During the century of humiliation, many rebellions against the ineffective Qing dynasty occurred. One of these was the so-called Taiping Rebellion. This rebellion was led by Hong Xiuquan and his syncretic Christian sect. He proclaimed himself the brother of Jesus Christ and had hoped that the great powers would aid his Christian kingdom. But the Westerners intervened against us at the siege of Shanghai. In the aftermath, our glorious vision for China would be destroyed. However, we are far from done. Through economic collapse, the Western established legation cities will upend itself, and in the aftermath, we will be the ones to take charge. Our first rebellion ended through Shanghai. This time, it will start through Shanghai. We will unite China under the Taiping banner. We will achieve the reforms envisioned by Hong Xiuquan. We will lead China into a brighter future. But before anything like that can happen, we will have to destroy the currency reserves of the legation cities. Yes, that's right. Because, like I said, we will be aiming for not that one, but for this down there. And to get to there, well, we first have to get to the Night of the Monkey's Head. And you get there by destroying your economy. So let's do every focus that depletes our currency reserves. As legation cities, we start with 3 divisions. That's, this don't thing. Let's just send them right here. We do get a lot of factories from all the Chinese states. This right here will be us starting research. We already have electronic research, so that's cool. And yeah, we are not really a we're not really a state that's focuses on the military. Quite the opposite. We don't really want a military that much. That's just volunteer units to guard some of the more major cities like Tianjin, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. Other than that, these cities are mostly neutral zones, so no Chinese troops are allowed in there. I guess what we can do is sell convoys. Why not sell convoys? We have 1 billion of them anyway. So yeah, let's begin our great story. Open for business! The legation cities were formed after the British Empire had collapsed and the German and Japanese were fighting each other over their influence over China. The USA stepped in and pushed for their open door policy, where every nation has equal access to the world's biggest market. Out of this came the legation cities, coastal Chinese cities which act as neutral buffer zones where no Chinese troops are allowed, from Tianjin to Hong Kong. In the middle is the beating heart, Shanghai, the Paris of the East. The legation cities are the industrial heart of China. However, in the undergrounds, murder, deceit, and espionage linger, as the underworld is controlled by gangsters. What a world! Speaking of gangsters, our government is literally made up of underworld bosses. If you can call it a government. The 1936 budget has been finalized. Everything's great. We are running on a very stable budget, so we can always find a use for money. Never mind, all is bad. Black Monday arrives. The effects of the Berlin stock market crash, known as Black Monday, has now hit us. The horror. Our budget. Let's start a motion to bail out Deutsch-Asiatische Bank. Let it float. What's the worst that can happen? Well, Deutsch-Asiatische Bank stabilizes. What a relief. Yeah, not great news. The League of 8 Provinces has collapsed and now the various factions are fighting over the territory that was once under the League's control. Where's some news? German anger. Somebody's behind this. Well, even though the Germans are pleased that the Deutsch-Asiatische Bank is still afloat after the Black Monday disaster, they want to investigate regarding the allegations of insider trading. Well, let Huang Jianrong take the reins. What? The great Charlie Chaplin has visited Shanghai? We hope he comes again. Huang Jianrong is on the case. And he has already arrested an American businessman. But there's something fishy here. Well, with the League collapsing into anarchy, many refugees are pouring into our neutral zones. But it's not helping stabilize the Black Monday after effects in the cities. Come on, come all, it would seem. The green gangs clash. The The collective known as the Green Gang are controlled by three mysterious figures of Shanghai's criminal underworld. At the head of this alliance is the crime lord Du Yesheng, or better known as Big Ear Stu. Yesheng's iron grip on the opium trade out of Shanghai is long established, and the Green Gang has begun to muscle in on Hong Kong. However, the Chinese districts of Hong Kong have pushed back strongly against this attempt. This has culminated in a clash today between the Green Gang men at a pleasure house in Hong Kong. Reportedly, at least 50 people were involved in an armed clash with machetes, knives, and pistols before the police were able to break it up. This has only served to highlight the ongoing problem of criminality in the cities and its potential destabilizing effect. How terrible! Well, the violence continues. Murder in broad daylight. Yeah, gruesome. Investigating the Green Gang. How about we ask the respected Shanghai Chief of Police, Huang Jinrong. He's definitely, not some secret underworld boss or something. The investigation collapses. Our respected Chief of Police, Huang Jinrong, has been unable to uncover any sufficient evidence to build any case against anyone. Hey, but at least, he's taken a member of the council on a lovely drive in his Rolls Royce with his wife. Stunningly generous man, really. The Japanese might know something if they can be bribed. Insulted with a considerable bribe. Well, Japanese agents have revealed a couple of files on Du Yuesheng and Huang Jinrong too? Who else do they have files on? Oh no, guys, the currency reserve's exhausted. That's not great. Hopefully things won't get that bad. Oh god, no, the council declares bankruptcy. Well, we tried our best. The British deploy troops in Hong Kong. Withdraw the volunteer force at least. Well, that sucks. The Japanese invasion of Tianjin. We cannot hope to resist them. Oh, even more cities are getting occupied. Not great. Well, it seems we only have Shanghai and Ningbo remaining. Skirmishes in Shanghai. Well, German and Japanese troops have begun fighting each other over Shanghai. However, they don't stand victorious and the mandate collapses. With the chaos unfolding in Shanghai, the criminal underworld has begun acting. And Du Yuesheng is trying to seize the opportunity to take control over Shanghai for himself. The Night of the Monkey's Head. Gathering the Green Gangs. Du Yuesheng is now trying to unite the disparate Green Gangs. Through this, he has allied himself with Zhang Xiaolin and Huang Jinrong. However, another rising star in the criminal underworld, Tiang Qing, must be addressed. She has a lot of connections with the left Kuomintang, trade unions, and student organizations. The Triad bosses are a bit hesitant. Maybe they can use Madame Qing's support to show our popular support when they move to expel the foreign dogs from Shanghai. But at the end, they don't think they will need her, because what does this girl know about our operations? Chaos in Shanghai. Well, soon the Triad bosses have begun disagreeing amongst each other. They now have withdrawn to their districts and are tearing Shanghai apart. With no leadership, the once bustling city has been reduced to nothing more than a ghost town. The Pearl of the Orient has been dulled. Following the Night of the Monkey's Head, the city has been left to rot as the Triad bosses fight amongst themselves. In this power vacuum, the remaining civilian government has rallied behind a certain Tse Tsantai. He is a former revolutionary and founder of the South China Morning Post. He has now been rallying all the remaining Westerners, missionaries, and dissident triads to drive out these corrupt bosses and form a new government. He has once led a revolution against the Qing in 1903 to depose them and create a constitutional monarchy under the heir to the Ming. However, now with a second chance, Tse shall use the Pearl of the Orient as a staging ground to bring forth a truly democratic heavenly kingdom, free from the oppression of foreign concessions, tyrannical warlords, and the Manchu devils. We shall work to restore heavenly peace. And now, Shanghai accedes to the Shuntian kingdom, dispelling false notions about Christianity. True heirs to the Taiping, we shall lean into this use of symbolism relating to the heavenly kingdom to gain support from the peasantry. We will drive the Manchu devils out of China once and for all. Our ties to the Taiping Well, we of course want to increase the support of the peasantry and to further legitimize our syncretic mix of Christianity with Taoism and Millenarian sects. But where do we get this claim? Well, it comes from a certain Hong Chuanfu. He was believed to be either a nephew or an adopted brother of the Heavenly King, Hong Xiachuan. He also fought in the Taiping Rebellion and afterwards fled to Hong Kong. There he has worked with Tse Tai and the Revived China Society to launch uprisings against the Qing. However, none of these ever succeeded, and at the end he would flee to Singapore, afterwards return to Hong Kong and live there for the rest of his days. But now we shall carry the torch of Hong Chuanfu and the millions who gave their lives to drive out the Manchu oppressors. Our brothers Chuanfu and Kuwan shall finally be avenged. In the Garden of Eden, in a book in 1914, it garnered media attention for his assertion that the location of the biblical Garden of Eden was not actually in Mesopotamia, as originally thought, but rather in Tarim Basin in Turkestan. Well, of course, he's been ridiculed for his hypothesis, and our revolutionary government has been discredited as being a cult led by cranks. However, now Tse wants to prove his hypothesis by sending an actual expedition to Turkestan. So yeah, let's approve Tse's plan and launch the expedition. Well, we made the fatal decision to go via airship, so we suffered a Hindenburg disaster. The airship catch on fire and disappeared in the mountains, and later a rescue operation found that nobody had survived. Well, some secrets are best left untold. Direction of our heavenly revival. It is still very unclear what kind of direction our government should take. We originally had advocated for a representative constitutional monarchy in tune with our Christian beliefs. However, this might turn off many potential allies within China. Tse is very fond of the political systems of the West. So as a compromise, Tse has considered dropping some of the Xinjiang kingdom's more esoteric beliefs towards American representative democracy and British parliamentarism, adapted to the needs of the Middle Kingdom. And some radical elements even thought about allying with some of the secret sects like the Red Spears or the Yellow Sand Society that still dominated the rural countryside. So what should we take? Well, why don't we drift towards the millenarian secret sects? We have now become national populists. Well, still esotericism. Let's spread the gospel with the Morning Post. Let us take up the anti-concessionist torch. Revive China at long last. Oh, we can join the Entente. Okay, interesting. Well, let's subjugate the left Kuomintang. As you see, I already trained a few divisions. I have not really changed the template, instead just adding the support artillery. With these, we're gonna invade them now. They're still locked in their struggle here, by the way. Oh. Well, this will make it a lot easier. Nope, they're not sending their divisions anyway here, so... I guess it's gonna be a walk in the park, as usual. Oh damn, they capped quickly. They've been fighting each other for a while, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take that much. Oh, well, I did get all the southern territories here now. Now, these here in the middle were already under their control, so it kinda sucks, but whatever. More land is better than no land. So immediately integrate and start, I can't even start a subjugation against these guys, that's great. Guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Touching on Tse's truth. To broaden our government's support base, we have identified our revolution as one that upholds Dr. Sun's three principles, while fostering a capitalist system that is influenced by our Christian beliefs. The public has now begun to warm up to our reforms, but some of the more zealous followers of our government have courted the idea of finally bringing Tse's theories to a wider audience. We already touched on one, that the Garden of Eden is actually located in Turkestan, and there are many more weird beliefs. Well, we shall encourage promoting these truths, no matter the cost. Alright, I have now waited until some of two more troops are out. Let us now declare war. Alright, Hangzhou has fallen, and now we shall encircle some of the troops right there, so yeah. Destroy them. Well, it would seem we encircled even more troops now. Destroy them. And even more now. Took a while, but we finally crossed the Yangtze here. Fully. I don't think they will put up much resistance now. They lost a shit ton of troops, so yeah. And plus they don't have that much industry compared to us. Because yeah, I get all their civilian factories. I can just pop out mills the entire time, basically. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. My production line is very... I could recruit more divisions actually now. So why don't we do that? Yeah, they I think they lost. The only thing they really had going for them was that they had way more divisions than I had. So you know, but yeah, that changed very quickly now. Let's start with that down there because they're currently fighting. So you know, much easier for us. And there they go. Nice. I just sent these guys out now while they were training, and now we shall declare war because there's nothing on the border, so nothing is stopping us really. Hunan already died. I don't know how long they will last because I already captured Guangzhou. After we capture Nanning, they will definitely die. Bye bye. Our heavenly kingdom grows larger and larger. Oh, looks like Fengtian have started a war. I will now attack Yunnan. Let's begin our invasion. And after Kunming falls, I think they will probably surrender. I love being right. Alright, before we dabble into this, let's first clean up the south. Just one more nation remaining here, so let's destroy them. Oh god, I hate this integration so much, man. I need more political. I'm trying to get there now. Let's get it in over the school so that I can finally do this without having to waste a lot of resources. Yeah, well, having to waste like more experience than necessary. And it's just these two major cities and they die. Okay, great. It was a bit hard getting through there with barely any supplies, but yeah. Now let's prepare to attack the Qing. I will though need more divisions and you know, update the template a bit. Now the Ma clique has joined Qing. My frontier is a bit exposed, but because it's mostly useless stuff here anyway, I'm not really gonna defend that. So we'll now declare war because, you know, let's just say I don't see any Qing troops on my border. That's a clear sign of me needing to attack now. Let's send my air force in there to make it a bit more easier. Beijing has fallen. Let's try and move towards Xi'an. They have not joined against me, by the way, yet. So, you know, that's great. Yeah, and I think they're basically toast now. All their major cities have fallen. Except Luoyang, maybe, but it's not that much. I know they call them in. Just when they were about to die. Just to spite me, right? Actually, never mind, they kept with them. Okay, actually, never mind, thank you very much. Now I will take Beijing just to piss off the Fengtian. I'm gonna ignore this. Do they immediately have a war going against me? No, they don't. Okay. As you see, they are guaranteed here, so I can't really attack them, so, you know, if they attack me. Okay, great, it still works. That's just what you want. Just what you want. Well, in that case, let's put these guys up there, and these guys right here. Well, as expected, there. I see more divisions over there than here. Yep, nice. Very quickly, very easy. Even the Fengtian did not attack me yet, so that's great, honestly. Let's also join the Entente now. Why not? And they have nothing on the border. That's good job, guys. You had one job. Do I have a quarantine? No, I don't have any cores on stuff that I lost. Which is so great, man. How great, we've got Hong Kong was returned to us. That's cool. Are they also in Entente? No, not yet. Okay. Alright, we almost have Harbin, so I'm just gonna kill them in Shenyang now. And yeah, that's that. And they don't join Japan, apparently. Doesn't matter too much. I think Japan is gonna declare war when Fengtian is gone. So we'll see about that. What's these guys doing? Nothing, okay. Well, now that we have conquered Beijing, let us finally proclaim a heavenly democratic kingdom. The heavenly mandate proclaimed. Pay tribute to the heavenly brother and restore the heavenly kingdom. A return to the old city. Move back to the original Taiping capital in Nanjing, old Tianjin. Now we are led by... What? He's still there? Doing a small vacation in Xinjiang, by the way. Afterwards, I will build up paratroopers and then attack Japan. God, can you please die, man? Alright, thank man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Alright. That was the last warlord. Now, there was some integrations. Let's abuse that they are currently fighting the Russians. 3 elections in the heavenly realm of Ming Shun. That's some interesting choices you can have here. Well, let's do the radical nationalists of young China with our more zealous followers. And yeah, now this guy's in charge. I also did that mainly because now I get even more political power, which I, you know, as you see, I kinda need. Like I said, I need political power, so I'm gonna stick with Li Huang. The other one just increases manpower, which I do not require. Alright, justification is complete. Let's declare war and destroy them. Well, that's all I could get. The rest is too expensive. But whatever, I got stuff I wanted. Alright, my paratroopers are training still, but we can now declare war on the Japanese. I sent some more troops out. I hope they don't have more right. So yeah, this should probably suffice in dealing with them. Well, in one fell swoop, kicked out of Korea. I'll just have to wait till my paratroopers are trained. Alright, everything is set up. Let's do this. And a great start. Alright, we did manage to land, did have the force attack, and luckily did not lose any paratroopers. I really thought I would lose something now, but okay. It sucks with the paratroopers because I like, first of all, let's look here. See all this empty stuff here. I have to spend all my political power integrating all the states, man. So yeah, I didn't have anything to to get some advisors that could possibly like give me more air experience, because I don't have my usual thing here. Which one? That one. This one, yeah, where it reduces enemy orc when you paradrop. That kinda, you know, wasn't there here, so it looked a bit ugly at first, but I did manage to get it with force attack and, of course, planes. Well, Japan wasn't that much of a problem. They're not really raiding my, if Nagita falls, then they are dead. Good boy. I wanna invade Burma. And afterwards, I'm gonna invade these guys. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright. Let's declare one of these guys. And another thing we're gonna do is justify on... Wait. Portugal first. Don't remain to me just taking some land from my puppet. Alright. I did military occupation of this stuff here because I can't really assimilate it, so yeah, whatever. And yeah, now I'm just gonna try and get the concessions back. I kinda don't like that you literally have like nothing here to, you know, demand it or something. Kinda sucks, but whatever. Alright, it's the first time I'm gonna use the Entente card. Things happened, tried to fucking let the Union formed by Spain. I mean, at least, you know, because they were at war with Portugal, and now they're, you know, so I don't have to nail and wait. What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? God, I hate Kaiserredux, man. Dude, now I have Macau. Great, guys. Woohoo, yippee. Honestly, why we bothered killing the fucking guys? I got what I want. No, I got what I want, so, you know, it's all I needed. Alright, everything prepared, so let's declare war. Actually, not everything is prepared. Just came to my mind that I have not got the fucking force. What the fuck? Alright. Germany station now capitulated, and yeah, I'm gonna call it here because I don't really wanna continue. It's so slow, man. I really don't like that you can like not really, you know, just demand the ports and you have to fight them, and you know, even if you conquer them, you don't really peace out or something, because, you know, I feel like it would be cool if you like had some, you know, more decisions or something, but, you know, once you like unify China, there's like nothing really, no content really. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below, and see you next time. Goodbye! My fucking game crashed, what the fuck?